Hello and welcome back to the TurboWare channel. Today's topic is the first car race in history. For this, we need to travel back all the way to 1894. Imagine the scene. You are sitting at a coffee shop in Paris. You are enjoying your coffee when suddenly you see a column of weird contraption rolling down the road. There are weird carriages which aren't pulled by any horses. You are not really surprised by the machines because you have seen them before. They are something called cars, but it's really weird that you see so many of them at the same time. You don't know it yet, but you are witnessing history. In the late 19th century, there are many new inventions running around. One of these was the internal combustion engine, which was barely a decade old. At this time, cars were seen as toys for the rich. They were loud, unreliable, they scared horses, and people looked really skeptically at them. Then all this changed. A newspaper had an idea. Let's test these things and see what they can do in real condition. The newspaper was called Le Petit Journal, and they organized a competition to test not only the speed of the car, but also the practicality, reliability, and usability of this new contraption. The event was called Competition of Horseless Carriages. French name in the description. My French pronunciation is even worse than my English. But today we know this event as Paris-Rouen 1894. This is arguably the first motor car race in the history. The date of the race was set at the 22nd of July 1894, and the competitors had to complete the 126-kilometer trip from Paris to Rouen. There were no safety barriers, grandstands or pit stops. The competitors set off one after another, like in modern rallying, but they competed on public roads full of dust, rocks, horse carts, and people. The goal wasn't only to arrive first, cars were judged on handling, safety, economy, and ease of use. This will be important later. 21 cars, or it's better to call them vehicles, qualified for the race after a series of elimination trials held in the days before. And interestingly, the field does not only include internal combustion or petrol cars, but also steam-powered machines. At 8 in the morning, at that fateful day, they set off from Paris, and the first to reach Rouen was a steam-powered vehicle, a de Dion operated by Count Jules Albert de Dion. Technically, he was the fastest, finishing in about 6 hours and 48 minutes. But the Dion's machine required a stoker to tend the boiler. And as mentioned above, the rule stated that the vehicle had to be easy to handle and operate by one person. So, despite arriving first, he was deemed ineligible and basically was the first person ever to be disqualified from a race. The first prize, worth 5,000 francs, was shared by two cars. One was a Peugeot driven by Albert Lemaître, and the other was a Panhard driven by Hippolyte Panhard. Interestingly, both cars were powered by the same license-built engine from Daimler. At the end, 17 of the 21 vehicles completed the course, which was a remarkable achievement for the era. And it also showed that the car was a reliable, real-world alternative for travel. And although historians argue that the Paris-Rouen 1894 wasn't a race in the modern sense, more like a demonstration trial, it is undeniable that it laid the foundation for all future motorsport, and it also accelerated public interest in the car, showing that the petrol engine can be dependable and, more importantly, practical. Within months and years, motorsport grew from this reliability trial into outright speed competition as we know it today, and eventually in 1906 the first ever true Grand Prix was organized. Thank you for watching the video, see you next time and have a nice day.